Good morning. Just thought I'd jump on quickly on a Saturday morning because I thought most people would be about and maybe on their phones. I thought I'd jump on quickly and show you a trinket tray being made up, a terrazzo trinket tray with some of the terrazzo chippings that I make, the terrazzo flakes. So this is made out of Hydroflow. You can use it in your resin, you can use it in your Jesmonite, and you can again use it with your Hydroflow, which is what I use it with. Most of my flakes that I make are made with Jade. On the page, her Jesmonite pigment inks. So she does the most fantastic array of colours, as you can see here, and they are the truest colours I've seen and the most pigmented that I've seen. Like, I can't express enough how amazing they are. My favourite one's this one, the kind of maroony coloured one. That's called Sangria. Absolutely stunning. So I think today what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my rustic mix, which is made from Jade's orange. I've put it's this one here actually. That's red, that's orange. They look kind of similar, but that here. So that's our tangerine. So that's what that colour is there. And I've got some white and some brown. So this is my rustic mix. So a lot of people don't know how to start using the terrazzo flakes, so I thought I'd start from the very beginning. So once they're made up, I send these out in 30g bags, so it's quite a lot you get. That's a 30g way out there, so it's a lot. I send it out to you, and all you need to do is just use either mix up your resin, pour it in, mix up your Hydroflow, pour it in. So I'm going to show you how to do it with Hydroflow first, and then I'll do a quick wee demold video later, a pre-recorded one, and show you how to sand it down. So first of all, I have mixed up 100ml of the activator fluid and roughly 200g of the Hydroflow powder. Now I'm saying roughly because with Hydroflow it's a much nicer mistress than resin, shall we say. Resin has to be onto the point, onto the exact measurement, onto the exact volume weight. But with Hydroflow, I spoke to Adam. He works with the Hydroflow, and he said just work whatever works in for you, go with whatever works for you. So I was using the 1 to 2.5 ratio before, and I was finding it was setting very fast and it was really thick to pour, so I've reduced it down to just about 200, and it's absolutely fantastic. So let's go for it. So what I do first is, you don't want to throw the whole lot in because you'll end up with clumps. So it's a bit like when you're making a cake, when you're mixing the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. And I just use a normal whisk. Please do not use this back in your kitchen, keep it separate. I know most of you will know that. And I do apologise if anyone is commenting because I might not be able to see the way that my phone is set up. So we'll just give this a quick mix. And what you want to do, you want to be quite thorough with your mixing as well. You want to make sure that there's absolutely no lumps left. Okay. A wee bit more. There we go. It's a lovely, lovely material to work with. If you haven't worked with it, I definitely recommend getting yourself a wee tester pot and having a shot. If you're a wee bit like me with resin and really impatient with it setting, definitely have a go. I mean, this is you're usually ready to demold within about an hour, depending. You don't want to put too much ink in it either. If you put too much ink in it, it will take a wee bit longer, but it will set. But with Jade's pigments, you literally need like a few drops. Okay, next bit. This will be the last drop, and then we can pour. So this is I'll show you that quickly. This is the size of the tester pot. It's a 1.2 kilogram powder you get, and I'm not sure of the liquid. I think it might be, I'm not entirely sure, I wouldn't want to give you the wrong figure, but it's like full. And when I got the tester pot to test it for Hydroflow, I managed to make like loads of trinkets out of it, and now I'm absolutely hooked, and now I'm buying 14 kilos at a time. Because I'm on the Highlands and Islands as well, it costs me quite a bit for delivery, so it saves me money if I buy it in bigger quantities, so that's why I do that. Okay, so you'll see it's now thickening up, almost like a batter. So, okay, we'll set that to one side. Okay, I'm just going to give this a quick little wipe. There we are. Right. Okay, so the trick with terrazzo is a lot of people will fire them straight into your mixed Hydroflow or your jessamine or resin, right? So I tried that, and I was I was a good kind of 20 minutes sanding it down to get it to the effect that I wanted. It's very easy to sand because it is quite a soft material, so don't let that put you off. But I found a wee kind of trick that I will share with you. So instead of putting it all in there, what I'll do is, this saves your sanding time, by the way. So I'm just going to randomly just put a few wee bits of flake here where I think they'll go, and this will be at the forefront, this will be underneath, so when I demold it you will see these straight away, so you will only need a light sand after that. So just because, as I said before, I'm a very impatient person and I like things done yesterday, so this saves me sanding it down. I'll just give it a wee light sand. I do a wet sand. Wet sand's probably the easiest to do. It keeps the dust down to a minimum as well. And then once you've sanded it, give it a dry, and then you're good to do sealing. Now I seal it with the Hydroflow sealer. You can get this off their website. It's absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. It really picks out the colours as well, like the colours go vibrant. So I really like that. So I think that'll do me for that. Okay, so leave that there. I'm just going to pour out, I don't need all of this, so I'm going to pour out like that much. I think that might be enough. And I'll use this quickly for another couple of wee projects. So I think I'm going to colour this with, not really sure what colour, I don't know if the maroon would go, oh, it might go actually. What could I do, or the grey might be quite nice, or see if I can see any comments, if anyone's commented. I'm not sure if you have. I can't see any comments, I'm afraid, guys, but if you are commenting I will try, I'll get back to them. Let's see, let's go for a grey. Let's do a grey, because I'm going to do something else with the sangria later, so I think a grey would be nice because it might look a wee bit concrete. So literally I've just put a few drops in there. Actually that might have been a wee bit too much, but look at that. How stunning is that? Oh, I wonder if I should do like marble. Yeah, I'm all for a bit of marble. Right, we'll leave that how that is. So next what we're going to do is we're going to pour this into here. Okay. We're probably not going to get marble now. I should have put these in first and then marbled it. Oh well. Because the more you mix with marble, the more it just goes back. It just goes to the colour. So that was a good wee quick, a wee a quick example of how to do marbling. You just, when I marble, I don't actually fire it straight in. I usually just put the drops on here, and you just kind of quickly go right to the bottom, quick wee swirl and up, and then that's it, pour it, and that's how you get a marbled effect. In fact, let me just show you quickly. This is one that I done, here's one I made earlier, Blue Peter moment. Yeah, I done this one the other day, so it's the colour combinations are amazing. I mean, that was used, I used daffodil, and I used like a smidge of blue, because this is so vibrant, and obviously blue and yellow make green, and you've got that, so that's a marble. Okay, so see how that's gone? You can see all the bits through it. I think I'm just going to put a little bit more in. There we are. It's a nice grey colour. See, that looks cool because that looks like concrete now, so let's put a lid on that because I will spill it. There we go. So let's pour this. So I usually give it a wee tap. That lets the air bubbles just kind of move up to the surface a wee bit. There's a lot of people I know find that they do get air bubbles in Jesmonite or Hydroflow, but the key is you want to, when it's in, I'm going to be like tapping and nudging it and manoeuvring it just to sort of get the air bubbles up to the top. But to be honest, I haven't had any issues, like big issues with bubbles in my finished pieces. There we go. So you want it to be like a thick consistency like that. There we go. Get it all out. You don't want to waste any of it. There we go. Push them all down. Make sure the back's quite smooth. There we are. Okay, now what I usually do is just pick it up. It's very tricky to do, but without spilling it. I don't ever fill it right to the top because of that fact. Here we go. And this should be ready to demold in an hour or so. So I'll just do a quick wee pre-recorded video for that. I would jump back on live, but I've got a market tomorrow in Glasgow that I'm prepping for, so I will try though. I might see if I can do a quick 2-minute live. There we go. So you're just basically kind of shifting it, as we say, shifting it about. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so that's you. Thank you so much for joining in on the live. And as I say, guys, here is, there's more of you on now, so let me just quickly show you some of Jade's colours that she does here. So we've got that one's red. I had to put a wee colour on the top, that didn't mind me. That's red. This one's our tangerine, which is stunning. Have a look on the albums, guys. I have made up terrazzo flakes with all of these colours, so you can see the colours for yourself, and nothing's been filtered, nothing has been edited, the lighting, nothing like that. I've just put it onto a white background, and that's the true colour. There you go, that's Barbie. That is, I love that. But this one's my favourite. That's Sangria. Have a look at that. That's gorgeous. It's like a maroony colour. It's just so rich looking. So I've got that. This one here is Daffodil. That's stunning. That one there is our pewter, we've called it. It's a grey, it's a pewter. This one here is Heather. That's gorgeous as well. We've got our pastel blue. We've got our dark blue there. And that one was a purple ink that I tested, which is gorgeous as well. And that one there is Opal. Opal is beautiful. So as I say, guys, Jade sells these pigment inks. I sell the bags of flakes, 30 grams in a bag you're getting, which is that much. Which is actually, I've probably used 30 grams in that, to be fair. So you'll get a trinket tray out of one bag. Here's another colour that I've got. I've done as a green. I've done that out of an acrylic paint, so you can colour your flakes with paints, guys, but the only thing I will say with paint is sometimes you will end up with streaks of paint through it and it doesn't dry properly. So I've stopped using the acrylic paints, guys, and I've completely switched to Jade's pigments. So definitely go and try them out. I'm sure she's got a few more colours actually that I definitely need to get off you, Jade, at some point. I may have to add that to my next order. But thanks very much for tuning in this Saturday morning, guys, and I'll let you go about your day, and I will pop back on later and show you the finished results. Have fun, guys. Have a good Saturday. Bye.